Hello, my darlings. How are you? It's Michelle at Divine's Purpose. If you're new to the YouTube channel, well, welcome. If you're returning, what is poppin'? So, listen, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the moon energy and understanding a different perception of the moon and what it really entails when it comes to goddess energy. As we know, the moon is a feminine energy, right? The thing is, a lot of people really follow the new moon and the full moon cycles, which I totally suggest. I really do. I do myself. I feel very in tuned to it. However, we have to also look at the energy of the moon is just amplifying your energy already. So you know people like, oh, the full moon made me did it. Or for example, you know how like crazy people get even more crazier during the full moon? Yeah, y'all. That is really an understanding that the full moon or the moon in general, if you keep blaming the moon for your unhealed wounds type of energy, it's just really reflecting off what you already have within you, and it brings it out 10 times more. I want to share that with you, especially coming into the full moon in Scorpio, because I do feel that there is an energy here that's going to be surfacing through the motion of what do you have within you. Okay, so this is for everybody. Take it as it resonates. I am open to learning more of astrology. However, to me, the planets is a part of God, and I rather just go to the highest viewpoint, the highest. So, you know, my intuitive nature sometimes has different aspects of astrology. So, with that said, let's get it started. I'm starting off with my tarot that I created, and this is all divinity cards, and this is about the magician. That's what's crowning the energy. So this is really good because the thing is, today's the last day in Aries. We're going into Taurus. So the energy here is really understanding the Hierophant, to be quite honest with you, if we're going to talk about tarot. But the magician is really understanding the alchemist energy within yourself. Where are you starting? And this is number one. It's like, it's a brand new beginning here for you. The thing is, it's like this full moon in Scorpio might really highlight a lot more of the unhealed wounds, or it might highlight your deepest fears, meaning, you know, understanding that you have been in a very self-sabotaging type of energy. I find that a lot of people do start speaking about the awakening, but understanding that there is levels to the awakening. You awaken, then you have to go through the actual spiritual cleanse. During the spiritual cleanse, there is the dark night of the soul, not a fun time. And then you go into the motion of ascension, and even ascension has steps as well. So the thing is, this is all about divine timing, and this is all about your own journey and your own path. However, when you do understand your own fears, and you take accountability for it, things can change in an instant. And that's why I believe the magician is out. So let's look at the Monology cards and see what this energy is about. Please understand that this doesn't have to only be for the full moon in Scorpio. I just feel that the full moon in Scorpio is going to be a very transformational moon for a lot of you. Meaning a lot of you are going to finally see things that have been hiding under the dark. Even if you've been doing your healing, it's like, oh, shit, there it is. Ooh, there it is type of energy, okay? So let's see what the message is for that. So 2 came out, so we're going to honor it. Give me a second, my loves. I'm going to try to do it like this. Hopefully you can see it. Whatever, you can see it. All right, so the first thing I see is you're very close to achieving your goal, Gibson Moon, and the last one that came out was expect powerful change in a moon eclipse. So, you know, this is what I mean. Like with the full moon in Scorpio, I really do feel like there are things, and you can see that darkness, right? But this is you really achieving your goal. So this is the one thing I want to share with you. Sometimes when we talk about constant healing, constant activations, constant initiations, it can be a little bit frustrating, and I understand that. But the thing is, if you're very close to finishing your goal, would you really want to give up? Like, you know what I mean? Why don't you just push deeper, go deeper into that hole, go deeper into your shadow, book more sessions, get that clarification, get those layers that are almost there towards the end, so this can be the powerful change you are expecting. Because the one thing I've noticed, and I'm very observant, is that a lot of people on the spiritual path, no matter how much you speak of it, there's a cycle that keeps repeating. And once you understand that the accountability that you need to take through the motion of your own journey, for example, that it all has one common denominator. That's you. So the magician is crowning the reading because it's a reminder from God that you are the magician. Remember who the fuck you are type of energy. But how can you alchemize this for your benefit when you are stuck in a cycle? You know what I mean? This cycle can be a thought process. It can be a pattern. It could be addictions. It can be so many different things, y'all. The thing is, if you're not standing at the edge of a cliff and you don't feel fear right before you jump, the change is not big enough. You know, it's like, this is a powerful change. So for a powerful change, is like, it's not like we're going from orange to peach. We're going to orange to blue. You know what I mean? Like, I'm using that as an example, I guess. Okay, because I need to take out the color oracles. Okay, color is going to help some of you understand this more. But yeah, it's that type of energy. It's like, if you're not scared, if you're not feeling the fear, then you're not really making powerful changes. Blue communication. And some of you, that's your throat chakra. I've already been talking about this earlier today, talking about the blue. The color blue has been coming up into my energy field so much. So has the purple, the heads, my nails. However, the blue has been coming through a lot. It's definitely through the motion of the throat chakra. I do believe that even here, to be the magician is to speak your truth, is, you know, they're saying that it will change everything. It's a game changer. So you got to really look at how this is resonating to your life right now, and seeing what is missing and what needs to really be that thing that makes you jump off the cliff. Please do not be jumping off any cliffs, literally. If you do, well, enjoy yourself, I guess. All of hope, new beginnings. Because this is when the new start comes. I can't make this up. Expect powerful changes, new beginnings. You know, the olive, you know, this is starting to come through the motion of the heart chakra. So the heart chakra with the green, right? This has to do with balance and living in alignment to your truth. So maybe some of you are blocked in the throat, meaning not speaking your truth, not having the proper communication, not properly apologizing, not properly communicating your true emotions versus fantasizing all day, and then talking to someone through the ego because you don't want to know that, you know, anything. It could be so many different things. But once you do and you unblock that, you actually start coming into harmony, and you're coming into hope, and you're coming into true balance of your energy. I'm also picking up olive oil. So, you know, that resonates for me deeply through the motion of, well, I'm just thinking of Egypt and Morocco, to be honest with you. So, you know, you could take that as it resonates to you, but that's what's coming through. So what I'm going to do right now is pull Oceanic Tarot. This is majority the masculine energy here. And then I'll pull another tarot and then probably close out, okay? So I hope this resonates. The reason why, you know, I keep being led to talk about the moon is because I work directly with the moon energy myself. I know after a full moon, I need a couple days to really recalibrate what occurred. I actually shift a lot during the full moon. It's probably best to keep yourself more in a solitude energy unless you have a divine counterpart that you can share that experience with. But this full moon in Scorpio is going to be extremely, extremely powerful. That's all I have to say to you. And here's what is this called? Regeneration. This is a really big new start for you, okay? Whoever this resonates for. Which means there's an ending. So, I don't read reversals, y'all. 4 of Swords, we have 4 to 5 to Swords, so this is going to be causing a little bit of a mental conflict through the motion of arrest or separation. 2 different energies here I'm picking up that if it's going to bring you some, first of all, this journey is going to cause some logical breakdown. I just see programs going down. I see like the system just kabooming, like sparks in a system, and it's because when you're so logical in your mind, then you're actually pretty much committing suicide every single day, to be honest with you, because you're not really living, It's a robotic state. The goal is to live in balance through the mind and the heart. So if we're going back to this green here, and it makes sense that the throat chakra is in between, right? You have to really understand that this journey makes no logical sense. And the magician will always lead through the motion of its heart. The mind does come in when the mind is ready, meaning the programs have been gone. All right. 7 of Pentacles, this is more of the material world. So I'm picking up that some of you might be actually being prepared to go through this loss of the material. Jobs, your relationship with money, cars, homes, clothing, the way you look, the title, this ego-based energy. And I do feel that it's going to come on really strongly through the motion of the mind. So this is ego. This is the baser mind, okay? And the first energy that came out, by the way, was the Queen of Cups, sensitivity. And there is the emotions. There is the feminine energy. So this is the energy of, be in your heart, be sensitive, be vulnerable to this new beginning because it is very powerful. She's a very powerful queen because she is that energy of the mother. Like out of all the queens in tarot, this would be like the mother energy. So, some of you also might be dealing with mother issues as well, or knowing that your mother is probably your biggest karmic ever. I know so many people who have mothers and they think that their mother's doing them well. They're not. They're laying their karmic energy on them through the motion of control, codependency, and then the deeper layer of that is the karmic ties, okay, through the motion of your blueprint. So just remember that, okay, my loves? If that triggers you, by the way, then please contact me and we can book you a session so I can give you more explanation of what that really means. The devil and the 9 of Swords, that's fear and anxiety at its best. So that might have triggered somebody, okay? The reason why I'm pulling out another tarot for this because I want to see what this actually is going to confirm through the motion of this full moon in Scorpio, really see what's happening. The thing is, guys, when people talk about tarot, they only talk about like positivity. How are you growing? The only way to change your life and to grow, like I said, you've got to be on that cliff. Fear. There's something you have to fear. And sometimes the biggest fear is for you to go within. That's why you've been busy. Trying to keep busy, trying to avoid your healing. Sometimes, guys, not even sometimes, majority of the time, your biggest fear is your own self. So let's see. But, you are the magician. You have this energy that can help you more than you know. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups, walking away, moon. walking away towards the moon, that feminine energy, that intuitive nature, the Eight of Cups, what no longer serves. What no longer serves you, people, places, or things, okay? So we have cards everywhere. So the first one I see here is the Six of Cups. This is remembrance. This is nostalgia. This is, could be even soulmate, past life things. So, you know, let's see what else comes through before I continue. We have the Justice card, which is so interesting to me. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Fool. So this is interesting because we are walking away here from something in the material. Though the Queen of Pentacles is the queen of the material, meaning she is abundant. So we have the two queens. We have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So please understand this is water and earth. What I do feel that some of you may be dealing with a feminine energy or trying to find this feminine energy within you, okay? That's what I'm feeling. However, the reason why I'm saying that this could also do with the feminine, it doesn't matter if you're a masculine or feminine watching, is because the motion of these two energies right here. The Six of Cups with the Justice. Divine justice has been served through the past motion of the moon cycles in Libra. So now I'm feeling that there is a balance given. You could see this, I believe that's a masculine, the blonde, though they're very all feminine. But anyways, the blonde boy is giving the cup. Yeah, giving the cup to the feminine, and she's opening her hands to receiving. That's the balance. There's a giving here. So again, guys, if this has to do with your throat chakra and relationships and closing out cycles with communication, the Magician is, it's time for you to really understand that you have worked enough to speak your truth and give back. That's the balance. There's an equal balance exchange here through the motion of a feminine energy, 100%. This is you jumping off the cliff. That's the Fool. He's jumping off the cliff, right? And he's happy, and the dog represents loyalty, but if dog spelled backwards is God. So you're being guided appropriately through the motion of this. Sometimes you have to be blindfolded to go within. See what I mean? This is the full circle moment with the new moon. The new moon represents new energy, but we are going into the full moon in Scorpio. So when you jump into this new beginning, which the Fool is the first divinity card in tarot, you're seeing now the Two of Swords, and the swords are up. So we had swords earlier, which had to do more with separation, anxiety, conflict. This has to do with like going within. The Two of Swords can also be an indecision, but the indecision can literally just be, am I going to stay in a cycle that I've been trying to get out of, or am I going to jump off the cliff? And the only way you can do that is put the blindfold on. See what I mean? So you don't see anything or blame anybody outside of you. It's all through your inner work. Very dope. Don't you agree? The thing is, though, the Magician, guys, is not something that you just dress up as and you are a magician. The Magician has mastered her or himself in such a way that you know what to do and how to do it while these changes occur. The new beginning can't be any more apparent here. We have expect powerful changes, new moon eclipse. We have all of hope, new beginnings. It's a number 17, by the way. If that resonates with you, it could be the 17th of this month, which is past. Or it's the 8th, right? It can make an 8. I don't know why I thought we were on the 16th today, but I was like, no, we've passed that date. Time will slide while you're on this journey, let me tell you. But then we have the Fool here to finish off with tarot, which is the third new beginnings, okay? Third new beginnings. I am going to actually finish off this specific energy with shadow. And the reason why is because they're telling me to. I don't usually pull out this deck unless I'm doing a personal session with you. But I want you to understand how powerful it is for you to not only put a light on the shadow, this is what we do, but to also take responsibility for your shadow. And then, of course, as the magician, you will transmute it into love and then partner up with it. That can't be any more of a magician role than that. And don't forget, the full moon is Scorpio. Scorpios, you all know how y'all are. I love me a Scorpio. You know, everybody thinks I'm a Scorpio, which is so funny, but I'm not surprised through the motion of the, you know, the energies of Scorpio and who I've been dealt with in this life. But, you know, I love Scorpio energy. I'm an Aries, but if I wasn't an Aries, I'd be a Scorpio. That's how much love I have for Scorpios. Okay, so Scorpios are shady, you know, like they're very dark, they're very deep, they're very mysterious. When they're wounded, they can be the most toxic AF person ever. But in the end of the day, they are the most sensitive little tinglings. They really are. All right, so let's finish this off. What is this shadow that is coming through for this powerful change? Ooh, y'all, look at this. Look at number 23 of 5. And it's revenge. I think the most powerful aspect of this is the image itself, as we finished off here with the Two of Swords. And then here she has Two of Swords, but it's like the light, dark aspect. And she doesn't have a blindfold on. So it could be the aspect of, you know, things that you are seeing. Is this a full moon? No, it's not. Sorry, I was just looking at the moon cycle. It's almost completion, though. I'm going to read this. I believe I have the book. I'll read a little bit of it, but intuitively what I'm picking up here through the motion of what I said on this energy is that the more and more you are looking at everything else outside of you, meaning you're not taking accountability and responsibility for your healing, you're full on revenge mode, okay? Oh, I'm getting stuck. I'm getting sticky. Okay, let me, by the way, it's called the Dark Mirror. I love these cards. And they do have moon phases on them too. So the stage, by the way, is anger. This is perfect. So see what I mean? Like, for example, if you're looking at the world right now, when we look at the news, when we look at people walking around with masks, all this stuff, right? How much anger do you have? Because y'all, my blood boils, especially when I talk to people that I love and I know what they're going through. Okay? So again, and I will put these two side by side. So give me a second. Let me move this. My setup is always a little hot mess, but whatever. All right. Swords up to God. New moon. Blue. Communication, that dress, right? Blindfold, because she is doing her inner work. All black. Ooh, can this be any more scorpionic? I was going to say vines, but I'll say it. Vines coming through her. Sword to the ground. Sword to the ground. If the sword is up to God, where do you think the sword down to the ground is? Y'all put it together. Okay, so it's time to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. Okay. Excuse me, that made no sense to me, but let's continue. The visual seed. A complex magic illuminates the ground as a pale woman dressed all in black seems to surge from it. She has blood prism eyes, a white flower garland, and two plain swords. Her wings are made of withered branches. Okay, so there you go. The sentence to this is, there is no white knight, but there can be a black storm moving by fallen angels. Here we go. This is the best part of the book. It says going dark. This is when we all understand the aspect of going dark. Before I continue with this, y'all know I got a 6-week butterfly effect, which is my 6-week shadow work. This is the kind of energy we deal with so you can actually get out of your fucking cycles. Okay? Okay. Excuse the French. I get passionate. Let's continue. Going dark. What if there was a place where there was no more time for words, no more sense to bargain and negotiate, no more survival instinct to accept fear or ponder consequences? It's a place we can reach at the limit of our abuse. I said this already, y'all. With the last spark of our dignity surging up a powerful black flame. We cry, we hurt, and we strike to destroy. This is very powerful because I did say to y'all that you might as well commit suicide in regards to keep on using your logical mind. The swords represent the logical mind. Remember I said that, okay? This is a very deep full circle moment, so let me continue and let me try to finish this off smoothly. We destroy not only ourselves because we are gone, we destroy for all fairness of the world. We destroy because if there is no sweet justice, wow, there can at least be cruel revenge. We destroy for those who came earlier, for those who would have come later. We destroy as we destroy, we forsake ourselves. It is too powerful, I can't speak. There is no going back because coming back from that requires much more than force. And there you are walking in the pits of hell. I added that in there because that's exactly what I feel. Like I had such a hard time saying that. So this is it. Oh my God, this is such a deep message, and it's crazy because are you going to choose this new beginning as the magician, or are you going to be stuck in a cycle that keeps you in hell? Pretty much. Because any of this energy with revenge, with this logical thinking, like some people focus way too hard on their intelligence and reading and mastering their mind in a manipulative manner. And I know this for facts through the motion of the energy I'm speaking of right now, that they get lost in a cycle of this exact energy. You must bring the swords up to God, trust the process, and the only way you know you're being trusting the process is when you're going blindfold. Isn't there a movie with Sandra Bullock and she has a blindfold on? I don't know. I just see her now in a boat. I've never watched the movie. I don't know what it's about, but I'm assuming it's very spiritual. Comment below if you want to. Anyways, you guys, this was an amazing energy update. I don't even know what to call this, but I will figure it out. And now I realize I'm going into 30 minutes. So I love you all so much. Many blessings to you in your journey. Guys, if this does resonate, this is shadow work. This is what I call the butterfly effect. Please contact me. You know, we're in a moment of time that you need to have healing. You need to get help. Like, you know, if you like my energy, of course. And if not, then just set yourself free from this. Because a brand new beginning is coming, and it's happening on April 26th. Is this even working?